everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Missa, and today, as you can see by the title, I'm excited. We are going to be playing with a lot of Too Faced goodies. So we're playing with things from the Born This Way line, so the Born This Way foundation, the Born This Way concealer and the matching powder. I've also got the Sweet Peach palette on my eyes, and I'm wearing the Milk Chocolate bronzer. A few things I don't have a blush by Too Faced, I don't have a highlight or contour by Too Faced, and my lashes are House of Lashes Iconics. But do Too Faced do lashes? I don't know. I'm also slipping into this video because I got it yesterday and I had to try it. The Smashbox and Vlada MUA were one of their highlighters, which is what I'm wearing. Because I got it and I wanted to try it today, I wanted to wear it today, but I wanted to try it first of all on camera. Oh, I do have a lip product on by Too Faced. I'm wearing one of the Melted Mattes in 1998. We've gone bold on the lips. Why not? For reference, I have normal to ever so slightly dry skin on occasion. I did not prime my face. I just used my moisturizer. And yeah, we're just going to do this look, which is really quick, and play with the products, and then I'm going to come back once I finish work and show you how it's all held up. I'm not using any setting sprays or anything, and I'm not going to touch up my makeup throughout the day, so hopefully it still looks okay because I'm going to work, so I don't want to look like poo. I have mentioned further on in the video, I also have the Peach Perfect foundation. If you want to see this in a video, maybe a dedicated video, or just in one of my other makeup tutorials, then just leave me a comment down below and I'll know to use that soon. I think that's all in terms of points to make. I think we should just jump into the video. So if you want to see how I got this look on my visage, that's a really loud helicopter outside, then please just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with my usual routine, which is my Ordinary Moisturising Factors plus HA, which is almost run out because I've just found out that Hamish has been coming in every day and using it. I thought I was running out of it a bit quickly. There we are. Husbands. I'm going to use the Born This Way, and we'll use Peach Perfect in another video, because I also have the Born This Way concealer and the Born This Way powder, so I feel like it's kind of a system that really should, you know, all go together. So I'm taking Swan. I love the bottle. Heavy glass bottle. And I think, yeah, like I said, this is medium to full. So I'll start off with that amount. You know me though, I'll probably go back in and add a bit more. The time, by the way, is just after 11:16. I'll probably be able to wear this until about 10 this evening, so not my longest wear test, but certainly a good few hours. I think that colour's good for me. I think my face looks a bit more pale than my body, but once I put my powders and bronzers and everything on, that usually kind of evens out, and I'd rather it was too light than too dark. In terms of foundation, I would say it's a super natural coverage. I'm not getting much coverage at all on that first layer. I can still see all of my blemishes poking through. See, like here. So I'm gonna go in with more. 1 pump, 2 pumps more. Should be enough. I feel like that should be enough. And I'm gonna build this up. It says it can be built to full coverage, and I know a lot of people that like full coverage foundations really like this one, so I've just got such high hopes for it, you know. I'll just read you what it says on the box. It says, this oil-free foundation masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin. Coverage so undetectable and skin so naturally radiant they'll think you were born this way. It does look natural on my skin. It's got a nice kind of satin finish. It's not matte. You can see it's not matte, but it's not oily. It doesn't feel wet, like really wet. That second layer, I'd say, has now built up to medium coverage, not full coverage. But I really like how it looks on my skin. Like, it's not cakey. Even adding that second layer, it looks really good. I definitely like how that looks on my skin so far. So now we can jump into testing the concealer. I don't have the brand new concealer, but I've got the original kind of Born This Way one, and I'm going to use the shade Very Fair, because the other one is in light, and that I think is going to be too dark for me. Even this is maybe more kind of the same colour, if not slightly deeper than the foundation. I'm putting it on my cheek where I've still got some blemishes poking through, as well as under my eye. Blending out so easily. This concealer is French. After using Born This Way concealer, 100% experienced an improvement in skin moisture levels after 1 hour. How would you know that? So if we compare, this under eye has been concealed. I've got a bit of fluff in my eye. This under eye is concealed, this one isn't. I do think this one looks brighter, but it's not my usual coverage level. I would say this is quite like a light to medium coverage concealer. I'm gonna put quite a lot on my cheek where my blemishes are. I mean, it looks really nice on my skin. So if you're someone that maybe doesn't wear super full coverage product, you're probably really going to like this, because it feels so nice on my skin as well. But I definitely prefer more coverage. So there we are, that's the foundation and concealer. I feel like my skin looks really nice and healthy and really fresh. I think it looks really nice. Like I said, not quite the level of coverage that I'm used to, but then I don't need full coverage cake face all the time, do I? I've got the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder as well. So let's give this a go. I really like how all the packaging matches and it's all really like cohesive throughout the line. And it's got the sieve, the lid, the sieve lid, the sieve lid, the lid, oh my goodness, shut up. It's got a lid. So I'm gonna pour some into the cap. It looks quite yellow toned. I'm more pink undertoned, but it'll all be fine. And then I'm just gonna bake my under eyes. I do feel like it's changing the colour. It's like oxidizing it a little bit. Do you see where the powder is? All around here. It's definitely oxidizing my base. Which is alright because my base was too light, but I don't know. I'm just gonna use a powder brush and just pat that powder all over to set the rest of my face. Yeah, it's definitely oxidizing that foundation, which is weird. I would have kind of thought it would work in harmony a bit better because it's all from the same range. It definitely mattified my face really well because I feel very secure and like my makeup won't go anywhere, but I also feel like, well, it doesn't look cakey at all. I feel like that powder's just like taking away all the healthiness from my face, and I know you could say, well, don't powder your whole face, but other powders don't do that. Like my Laura Mercier, my skin still looks perfect and healthy when I wear that. I mean, it still looks good, like my skin still looks good. I don't feel like, oh, I need to take all my makeup off and start again. But, no. Then, from Too Faced, I've also got the Milk Chocolate Bronzer, which I'm very excited to try. Very excited. So this looks like a really, really nice shade for pale skin. They've got different ones. They've got like, I think they've got like dark chocolate and I don't know, other ones, but this one's really good for pale skin. This is a really, really nice colour if you've got pale skin. Really nice. Very, very blendable. Very finely milled. I kind of knew I would like this because so many people like this. So I'm really pleased that I do. You can definitely build it up to be a bit darker. I'm going to go through on my contour and then we'll do highlight together. I don't actually have a Too Faced highlight, but I did pick up the Vlada Smashbox, one of their highlighters yesterday, and I want to try that today. Like, I'm desperate to wear this highlighter, so I know this is a Too Faced video, but I'm throwing this in here because it's brand new to me and my goodness, do I want to use this. So I'll go through on my contour and then we'll be back. So I'm contoured and bronzed, and like I said, I'm going to go in with my new Smashbox times Vlada MUA highlighter. This is in Gilded Rose. I think this is the lightest one, and it's potentially going to be too dark for me. And I spent £30 on this yesterday. It's like quite duochrome, like champagne-y to peachy. Let's give it a go. It took me a few hours to even like touch it, so I'm quite gutted that I'm like ruining the pattern, but there we go. There's it up close, by the way. Ooh, baby. Sorry about that noise. Oh, can I continue? That is nice. It's so smooth on the skin. It's not picking up on my skin texture at all. And it looks like a really wet glow from within. 100%. Oh, it's so beautiful. I feel like my skin looks really dewy. Like it's just brought a dewiness to my skin as opposed to like a metallic highlight. And like my skin looks healthy again. I really like that. Potentially almost too dark for me. I can definitely make it work. But if you're paler than me, I don't think you'd be able to use this, to be honest. And then I'm just going to quickly go in with my Milani Luminoso blush just because I'm going to use my peach palette on my eyes, so it'll tie in with this blush. So the only Too Faced eyeshadow palette I own is the Sweet Peach, which you will all have seen looks like this. I'm gonna do the most basic of eyeshadows because I'm gonna use a really bright lip, which, you know, I don't really stick to the rules of bright lip, plain eyes, but I am just going to work and I don't really have that much time. So I'm first of all just gonna throw some of the shade Georgia in my crease. That shade Georgia that I'm using is one of my favorites in the whole palette. It's like a pinky peachy tone nude. It's really lovely on fair skin. I'm gonna deepen it slightly with the shade Puree, I think. This brown one here. There's just nothing wrong with the quality of Too Faced eyeshadows. I just don't know why, like none of their palettes like scream at me. They're kind of recent. Is it like the gold one? It's like got like dripping gold on the front of it. It's got like, yeah, it's quite fancy packaging. That one probably appeals to me most out of their palettes, but I've not picked that up. Just a bit of Puree under the old peepers. Then I'm gonna pick a metallic and put it on my lid. I'm gonna pick the shade Luscious, this one up here, which is like a champagne-y, peachy, almost duochrome shade. You can't even see that. Just gonna pack that metallic on my lid. It's such a pretty colour. I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush and pick up Georgia again and just make sure that I've got no harsh lines where the metallic shade stops. I'm gonna go through on some liner and lashes and then we'll come back for lips and then we can begin our wear test throughout the day. But so far, I have to say, I just love how my skin looks. So I've put my lashes on. They are House of Lashes Iconic Lashes and they are stunning. Now for lips, I've got a couple of options. I've got a bright pink or a slightly not so bright pink, which is making my face go really pink. I think because I've done a really muted eye, I'm gonna go in with a really bright pink, which is called 1998. Because I feel like it and I love pink lipstick and I really don't wear it quite enough. This one's really pretty too. It's very much more kind of muted and raspberry. I've never tried this formula either, so I'm really excited to try it on and also see how long it lasts throughout the day. It's very opaque. I really should have moisturized my lips, they are so dry. It's a really nice applicator, it's really easy to use. Pinks never make your teeth look very white, that is one thing. Here we are then, the end of my Too Faced journey. Well, not quite the end, because I am gonna do a check-in with you once I finished work in a long time from now. I have to say, although I've not got cake face, like I don't have perfect coverage, I also feel like my under eyes still look slightly darker than they usually would if I use my normal concealer, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I absolutely love how my skin looks. I love how my makeup came out. I really love this lip. It's like pretty much neon. I think I'm gonna get a few stares at work, but I don't care. I just think I look healthy and I don't look too caked in makeup, and yeah, I don't know, there's just something about this look that I like, you know. So I'll sign off now, and of course I'll come back in a few hours and show you how it holds up, but this is me just now. I'm not going to use any setting sprays or anything, so what you see is what you get. I'm going to leave like this and come back hopefully still looking pretty good. I will see you guys in 2 seconds of YouTube time, but many hours of real life. I've just realised my dressing gown is hanging up on the wall, so ignore that. I'm just back from work. The time is now, oh my brightness is all the way down. Time is now 21:48. So what did I put the makeup on? About 11, 12, I'm bad at maths, 10 hours it's been on, I would say. I've not looked in the mirror. I can see myself in the viewfinder though, so I kind of like turn my mirror where it's, ooh, it'll be a surprise, I can see. So, this still looks good. Like, I definitely look very dewy all over my entire face, not just where I highlighted, but if I powder that down, it will be gone and it'll look like new. I'll do that in a second just to show you. The lipstick has stayed on really well. I will say it feels quite drying, and it felt quite drying at about 4 o'clock, I remember. So it is quite a drying one, and it doesn't look hugely nice on my lips right now. It's not flaked off though, which is pretty good. In terms of smile lines, I've got a little bit of settling. Not as bad as I'm used to. I feel like my eyeshadow is still in place. You can still see the sheen on my lid. My eyelashes have stayed on well, but dual glue for the win. It's settled a little bit into my forehead lines, but not more than most foundations. So I'm just taking my powder brush that I used earlier. I've not added any product to it. I'm just going to powder my T-zone and show you what a big difference that will make. You see? Like, even just that little bit without even adding product has taken a lot of that shine down, and now my face looks a lot more kind of not worn all day. It's not creased around my nose, it's not settled into fine lines under my eyes. I'm actually very impressed, and I did get told today that my foundation looked really nice. I got asked what one I was wearing because they said it looked really nice. So it's a thumbs up from me. Especially if you prefer medium coverage foundations, and you don't necessarily like full coverage foundations. Yeah, I like it a lot, to be honest. Concealer less so, because I feel like my under eye bags are kind of darker than normal. I need a full coverage under eye concealer, I feel. And the liquid lipstick is really pretty. It's not bled or flaked off, and I've eaten and drank with it on, but it's definitely drying, so maybe it's a really good like lip balm underneath it. So yeah, it's definitely a thumbs up from me. I can still see my bronzer as well. Pretty darn well. And that highlight, you need it. You don't need it, but so that is the end of this video then. It's definitely a thumbs up for me. I do really like it, and I'm going to continue wearing it. I'll probably just wear it tomorrow and the next few days. I really like it, I do. The powder is probably something I'm just going to pass on to my friend, because I don't like powders that change the colour of my foundation. Concealer I'll keep just for less coverage days, but the powder I'll pass on. The rest of the stuff, really impressed with, really enjoyed, and actually really enjoyed my Sweet Peach palette as well, and I've not picked that up in so long, So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, especially if you've maybe been thinking about buying the Too Faced foundation and you've just not been sure. Maybe this will help you. Like I said, I've got dry, well, normal to ever so slightly dry skin, but I do get oily in my T-zone when I've been sweating all day, because I've been running around a lot at work. A lot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I really hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and I bid thee a good night. I'm up at 5, so I need to go to bed. Bye.